Students often find it difficult to find the slope of a line from a graph. In this video, we'll go through it step by step in a simple way. You will learn what slope or gradient is, how to find it from a graph, and the different types of slope. Slope or gradient tells us how steep a line is. Since we are working with a straight line, the slope is constant, so that it will always be a single number. In more complex cases, the slope can change from point to point, but for a straight line, it stays the same. How do we calculate it? Slope is the change in y divided by the change in x. You can also remember it as rise over run. So we look at how much we move up or down and divide it by how much we move left or right. Let's see what this looks like on a graph. Here we have two lines. The slope can be positive or negative. To understand this, we always read the graph from left to right. If the line goes up, the slope is positive. If the line goes down, the slope is negative. This is important because it helps us check if our final answer makes sense. Let's find the slope from this graph. First, notice that the line goes up from left to right, so we expect a positive slope. To calculate it, we choose 2 points on the line. You can choose any 2 points, but it is better to pick points that are easy to read. So choose points that lie exactly on the grid. For example, we can take this point and this one. Now we calculate the slope. We move from the point on the left to the point on the right. From the first point to the second, we move up by 2 units, so the change in y is positive 2. Then we move right by 1 unit, so the change in x is positive 1. So the slope is 2 divided by 1, which is 2. And this makes sense because we expected a positive slope. Let's try another example. This time, the line goes down from left to right, so we expect a negative slope. Again, choose 2 points on the line. Take 1 point on the left and 1 on the right. From the first point to the second, we move down by 1 unit, so the change in y is negative 1. Then we move right by 2 units, so the change in x is positive 2. So the slope is negative 1 divided by 2. You can also write this as negative 0.5. Be careful with the sign. A positive value and a negative value do not represent the same slope. Now let's look at a different case. Here we have a horizontal line. Choose any 2 points on the line. From one point to the other, there is no vertical change, so the change in y is 0. The horizontal change between the 2 points is 1 unit. So the slope is 0 divided by 1, which is 0. So every horizontal line has a slope equal to 0. Now consider this line. This time the line is vertical. Choose 2 points. From one point to the other, we move up by 1 unit, so the change in y is 1. But there is no horizontal movement, so the change in x is 0. So we get 1 divided by 0. This is undefined. So every vertical line has an undefined slope. Now try this one yourself. Find the slope of this line. Pause the video and then check your answer. Looking at the graph from left to right, the line goes up, so we expect a positive slope. Choose 2 points. From the first point to the second, we move up by 3 units, so the change in y is positive 3. Then we move right by 1 unit, so the change in x is positive 1. So the slope is 3 divided by 1, which is 3. To find the slope, choose 2 points on the line and calculate the change in y divided by the change in x. If the line goes up, the slope is positive. If it goes down, the slope is negative. If it is horizontal, the slope is 0. If it is vertical, the slope is undefined.